Hello, everybody, and welcome to Friday Energy Focus of the Week for August 15th through 21st of 2025. And Arlene, the founder of Transformational Tools, is here with me. And we love our little duo as we get to present information to you about August and the theme for August that we have, and so much more. So let's start out by going to the theme for August, and that is releasing inner stagnation moves you toward liberation. As you release stagnant energy, you can begin to experience liberation. And that's the focus we're going to be talking about. As I was working with this week, I thought, well, we ask what it is to be stagnant. We've talked a little bit about that so far. Um, but I'd like to read you a little bit of a definition that might bring up something to think about. A stagnant person lacks growth, movement, or development in their life, feeling stuck in routines or habits without much progress. This can manifest as a lack of motivation, unfulfilled potential, and a sense of being trapped. It's a state where things are not changing or improving, often leading to feelings of unhappiness and dissatisfaction, even boredom. Have you experienced any of these this last week? Good question. Feeling stuck is a clue that your energy needs to move to experience liberation. Um, so, just going over that a little bit again, where things are not really moving. Um, I know that in with so much going on, sometimes we can feel like, gosh, I'm kind of stuck in this place. What do I get to release that inner stagnation? And of course, we have lots of things we can do with color and helping that to move that. And I'll have Arlene talk a little bit more, and then I have a short little um, exercise that we can do together.
Yeah, I think that sometimes I've noticed that I think that I have stagnant energy, but what's happening is there's so much happening uh, through the astrology, through different things that are happening in the world, that it feels like stagnation. And what I do is take time to sit and get centered and then listen internally and do some journaling. And we're going to be doing journaling, and so watch for that. That's coming up, I believe, next week. And what I find is when I can get clear, the stagnation tends to move away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That assessment part is the very first part. I agree to just get quiet and assess what's going on. That's really, really helpful. Um, all right, so I have a little uh, prompt here, and if you'll join me, I welcome you to do that or just listen in, whatever you feel like. So, if you had one of these places where you're feeling a little stuck, it could be emotional, it could be something in your body that's uncomfortable, um, whatever place you think, gosh, I feel like I've been a little stuck in this area. So, um, first, think about your assessment, like what is it that I feel like is stuck? Okay. And tune into your emotion around what that is. What are you feeling about that emotionally? Now, if this emotion were a landscape, where would it be? Describe the scene in detail. Pay attention to the elements of your description. How does it feel to you? Let's just take a moment. Okay, so now imagine uh, a winged creature that comes to your mind. It could be a bird or an insect or a mythical creature. What is it that you see? What symbolic traits does your winged creature mean to you? Now get onto the body of your winged creature and take flight. You rise higher and higher. What do you see? What do you feel? What changed as you discovered this new viewpoint? As you look down on the scene below. All right, and when you're ready, come back. I'll just share a quick one of mine. I'll be the guinea pig first here. But this time, I've done this before, but this time when I looked down, I saw molasses. I don't know why, but it was just like gooey and just like, oh, on this thing. And I thought, what traits does it have? Well, it's like it moves, but I can't move out of it. I'm stuck to it, like I can't bring my feet up out of it. And the winged creature that I got was a dragonfly. And the dragonfly came and I stepped on, it was really a big one though. And I stepped on the back and moved up and up and up. And how it felt was like, oh, this is so much better than being stuck there. And I looked around and I thought, well, what does dragonfly symbolize in this moment? It symbolizes a lot for me, but part of it was like, you need to get above the um, idea that you are stuck in this muck and move with flight. Just it's okay just to choose something different. Choose this flight. And so I got there and I looked down and I saw that it was only a little spot of that, and that all around it was water, and the water was beginning to overtake the molasses as I was watching. And I thought, oh gosh, that's so good because, if just mere water can do that. So I thought, well, I'm going to need to go into it more in depth into what water means and what I need to do with that. But definitely clearing and cleansing is a big thing, as we take a shower or bath or that wash our hands, things like that. So that was mine. And if others of you want to put in your experience of what kind of winged creature came by or what you felt afterwards, we'd love to hear that too. Did you have one, Arlene?
Yes, I had one. So what I was in was a Jeep, and I got stuck in the mud. And this creature was white, but it was very ancient. And when I got up above, I heard my inner saying, you knew before you got in that Jeep and rode into that mud that this was not a good idea, but you didn't follow what you know inside. And it was, okay, I get it. And I think that for me, I have times when I just can't do the things that I want to do for transformational tools, and it frustrates the heck out of me. And I have to learn that you don't jump in when you're not in the right frame to do it. So that was part of my lesson too. Hey,
Mhm.
I see Marianne again. Nice to see you, Marianne.
Yeah, yeah. Hi there. Welcome, everybody. It's so good to see you all here. Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. That was helpful. Um, all right. So now we're going to remind ourselves about what cards were associated with releasing the inner stagnation, and that was wings, and that's the number 5 and 11. This week we're going to ask ourselves, how do I claim my wings? So imagine putting on wings as you look at this beautiful luminary. Soar into the outer reaches and explore the place beyond time. See your life from there. Ask, how can I bring freedom into the everyday moments of my life? What gifts can I bring into this expanding world? First, let's take the freedom. Um, you know, Arlene was mentioning the freedom to, take a moment and if you need to be in the right frame of mind before you're doing something, that it's important to follow that. And also, when you're doing some kind of activity where you need to be focused, you want to be sure that your focus can be there. So how can you bring freedom in your everyday world? Um, Part of the exercise we just did is one way, using the colors in their complementary way is another way to bring in. And all these things are meant to help us get a new perspective, I think, on the whole thing. Okay, Will says, I was on a steep mountainside and a dragonfly lifted me and dropped me in a lake. uh, yeah, beautiful. Um, and Sandra says she can relate to you, Arlene. Not
Yeah, I
me.
see that. I don't know which book Courtney's talking about, but let us know what that is, Courtney.
Yeah, Sandra.
Oh, we have one in here. Hang on a sec. Uh, Will was on a steep mountainside and a dragonfly lifted me and dropped me. Okay, that's what you were just saying. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, a still lake, I know is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Beautiful shimmering lake. Sid, woohoo, I can hear you. Yes, nice, Sid.
Uh,
Okay. All right, let's see. What gifts can I bring into this expanding world? We know that when we're in that place of our inner connection, that we can, whatever we bring, that comes from the heart, that comes from those intentions that we hold. That is our gift to me. I know we have other gifts that we can identify, but that seems to me. What do you think, Arlene?
well, I just think that the more that we can allow ourselves to be in that soaring mode, the faster we will be able to expand our world and expand ourselves because that's what's happening with the energy.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The other one was Passionate Ascension. And wow, those colors always just like jump right out at me. Um, this is the luminary uh, um, ascension, and the numbers are 4 and 8. And today we're going to just do a little exercise with it. Imagine Passionate Ascension has become a hologram in front of you. And let's just step into that energy for a moment. Be aware of your experience through all your senses. What stands out to you the most? When you're ready, step back into your present moment and ask yourself, how has my reality changed? So let's just take a moment to go in. Just jump in there and allow that energy to move. Breathing through it. Remember to use all your senses. Like, what would that taste like? What would the touch or feel be? What am I listening to? Is there sound? Okay, let's come back to the present moment. Take a breath or two. What's changed for you? Boy, I could really feel that. Yeah, I got more energy, actually. I felt it around the outside of my head and my shoulders and my heart. I just breathed in that, just more of the stirring of my physical energy and spiritual energy. Yeah, what did you experience, Arlene?
What I felt was that I felt a lot of energy, because sometimes when I feel that much energy, I feel ungrounded. It was just the other way around. It's like I just went right down into the earth and felt myself totally connected to the red in the earth. So that really felt good to me, because having that kind of energy and being able to be clear and bright with your energy is, for me, is so important. And then to be grounded so I don't feel like I'm halfway out of my body is really a wonderful experience.
That's interesting because it will be unique for everyone. I felt more, energy in my upper body and around me, and less grounded because I had felt like really grounded too much. Like I'm stubborn in the ground. Like my feet are just going to be there and nowhere else. And it's like, oh, okay, thank you for that balance. And it was not overwhelming for me either, which sometimes this one can be a little bit.
I think we're getting more used to these vibrations that are here, and it doesn't seem like such an overwhelming experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I see Courtney says that it tasted like cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
And Will said, riding the upper draft thermals, I'm lighter and less dense, floating comfortably. Okay, so he goes out and rides the the energy, and I go and get grounded. So each person it'll be different for you.
Marianne said, oh my God, I got lost for a minute, but I'm back. Yeah.
Good for you, Marianne. Maybe you needed to get lost in it for a minute.
Oh boy. How fun. How fun. Okay, so we're moving on to this week's luminary, and it is the beautiful card of attunement. Wow. I love the color of this card. Such a beautiful magenta and turquoise and yellow and all these wonderful colors. The colors or the numbers are 3, 6, and 144. To me, those are such powerful numbers. If you study any kind of numerology or how numbers go together. It says, step into the matrix of transmutation. Now think of transformation, transmutation. Let's think about the difference there. With gratitude for both the harmony and disharmony of life, allow what's finished to dissolve. Embrace what is, celebrate the realignment and reconfiguration of your core. You're becoming the threads of the divine fabric of the infinite embrace of divine love. I just love that last sentence. When we are, it really does feel like from the core, we're being reorganized to me at different levels at this time. And and it's okay because we're with the harmony and disharmony, which to me, it's just like back and forth with that. but allowing what's finished to dissolve, just dissolve. And, I think of allowing as allowing what's going to happen, and then you work with that and at some points. But this is saying there are things that are finished, and to acknowledge that this is done. This is complete, it's done, and we're ready to move into the next part, which is the transmutation that's happening. I know there's a lot to think about on this one. Arlene, what do you get from this luminary?
Well, I was just going to go into transmutation. If you think of it as disassembling what has been assembled in our third dimensional world, it's almost like what I see is this energy that's disassembling is like little particles, and you could just go blow it and it would blow away. It's very different than transformation. Transformation is the same energy is there, but it has changed because you have changed. So I love transmutation when there's something that you're really ready to be done with. It's kind of like what we're doing in the course, long-lasting healing, because many times people say, "Oh, you can do something about this," but there's always a scar. That's not my experience. It's more like transmutation, and that it is actually gone. And the other thing is that this magenta, we often talk about it as compassion. That's a different frequency than love. It's part of love, but compassion means that you get it, what people are going through or what you're going through yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's so important for us to feel that somebody understands what we're going through. So I love this because once you have that compassion around you, then you can tune up and be part of who you are and live that sense of this is who I am, and this is my authentic self, and this is what I'm going to live in the world.
Yeah. And I think it's easy sometimes to have compassion, at least partially, for someone else. But when you have it for yourself and others both, you see that we're all subject to this lifetime, and so to look around and have that available is really helpful to our whole being, really. And I love that you talked about that color because it's very dominant in this one, really. So this week, this is available for transmuting our things that are finished and done, and looking with compassion for ourselves and others. It should be an amazing week.
Really?
Yeah. And the beautiful card that goes with it is Strength in Gold. Strength in Gold. And as we know, that's a very high vibrational color. It says here, willing to change, spiritually strong, and celebrates life. And how wonderful that is accompanying us as we go through this big shift. I know you have more to say on this, but that's what I was.
I think of gold as being something that is has a strong energy. And one of the things that we've done for many years is to remind ourselves that we live in an energy bubble, and there is a membrane around that. And when you're feeling like too much of you is going out or your things are coming in that aren't yours, you can clean out your body and your energy field, and then in this membrane put the metallic gold on the underside and the metallic silver on the outside. And what that does is makes your energy field stay close to you but very strong. And the silver If there is a lower frequency, it is simply mirrored back to wherever it came from. So these two really high frequencies can be right here with us in this third dimensional world, and they can really help us to not just survive, but thrive here.
Mhm. And it's beautiful to have those colors doing that as we transmute because, it can feel a little bit sometimes, and it's good to have that up. I know it's been really helpful at times. Okay, I also got for strength in gold, it's knowing what you value. Uh, through your life experiences, you said yes to this and no to something else. So your boundaries are clear. You spend your energy on time on what counts the most to you. So it says, don't give your time, money, or energy out of guilt or a need to please. When you give, it's done from a deep sense of caring inside. Your gift is wrapped in warmth. You give because you desire to give. The gift is given freely without strings attached. And this came up because it's like when your heart is open, you and you are in the moment, you give from that place in your heart. And yet we have boundaries too, where we can know this isn't in alignment with where I am and who I am right now. So it's a no for right now.
I get this now. Maybe other people do. I really care about what's happening in the world, and I would like to fund the things that I think will be helpful. But pretty soon, I mean, it's like you're so inundated with everybody wants your money, everybody. And I finally came to a place of saying, I only give when I feel it in the deepest part of myself, and it's a part of what I'm here to offer. And I don't have guilt for not giving to everything, which, many of us who are highly sensitive, we feel all of this and we want to be able to resolve all of it. But we have to make choices. And that's really part of what gold is. Choose what you value, choose what you know in your inner self you are to support. And then do not have guilt. Just continue to live your best self, because that's what you put out to the world, and that's how you help change what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see that Sid pulled silver this morning too, so that's kind of fun. And Will says that's really a fine pair for our needs right now. I agree. And ahead, attuning to what really matters, right?
And I see that John saw a beautiful blue jay. Oh my goodness, John, you can, anytime you want, you can think of that blue jay and go fly out there with it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. So those are our cards for this week. And we have announcements maybe from Arlene.
Well, you probably get tired of hearing this, but I hope everybody gets both of the color cards and the luminaries, especially the luminaries. Their time is now, but the color cards still have a lot of information for us and help for us. And you can find them on transformationaltools.com. And if you look in the menu, it will say Oracle decks. The other thing is that we have our subscription group, and that we have things that are free there. One of them is this long-lasting healing course, and we're on our third session with that because people are going so deep with it. So if you would like to take a look at what the Vortal is about, you can go to transformationaltools.com/Vortal, and that will give you the way to sign up, but it will also give you information about it. And at the bottom of the home page or any page on our website, you will find a way to sign up for our newsletter. I'm still working on it, but I'm going to be having the newsletter on the website. So if you didn't get it when it was sent, you can go in there and find it. But anyway, we love having all of you here, and we are very connected to you, and we are here to do our best to support you with tools. And that includes courses, that includes the cards. There are many other things there. So, and that also helps to support the work that we do. And you can always just go in and give a donation if you want to do that too. And that's on the homepage.
Yes. Yes. All right. So we're ready for our personal readings. And Sandra is first.
Am I doing what?
Yes, luminary.
Okay. Sandra, let's see what's here for Sandra. Oh my gosh, Sandra.
Oh, nice.
That's a wonderful one. So I get my book over here. This one's called Ecstasy, and it's the last one in the book, and its number is 13. And Sandra, I know that you know that some of these numbers like 10, 12, 13, these are really high vibrational numbers. And the thing about this particular luminary is it says, you know, we think of ecstasy as something that is an emotion only, or it has to be something that has really come to us. But the information that came through for ecstasy is that it's always available. You can choose it. Now, I know when you're feeling down, you can go, I can't even think about ecstasy. But, you know, if you get this card out and you start bringing that into your field, or you step into the hologram of it, you're going to start seeing things shift, and you're going to really feel that ecstasy. So I really encourage you, Sandra, to use that as a way to bring your freedom, because freedom comes when we can get into that which releases us into our true frequency that we are at this time.
Mm-hmm. And to help you to do that is Strength in White.
Ooh.
Which is awesome. This is the color of higher source. And so it is saying that strength in it is with you this week, pure, strong, and unconditionally loving. And those are attributes that will enhance your ecstasy as you move into those colors. And that energy, this is like it's like a booster to me for what you're going to be going through. So it's saying be sure you pay attention to what's coming from higher source this week. And so I see messages and synchronicities and things like that coming to help reinforce what you're experiencing.
This is really weird, Sandra, but I see kind of like the book of your life. And this week is a really, really, really important time for you. There's a lot of important possibilities, and you're really supported. So keep that in mind as you go through the week.
Wow. That will be fun. All right, Will is next. And I have...
Well, I got the lesson in white, Will. Okay, so this is what I'm getting is it's just a little different from what I got for Sandra, but it's like you are in a preparation mode. And that preparation mode it's really important during this time to keep yourself in that place of realizing that divine source is with you always, always, always. It's part of your soul. It's part of your internal self, and it is with you always. And then you get to go into the strength, pure, strong, and unconditionally loving, which is the truth of who you are. And you get to carry that with you during this time of preparation.
Oh. Well, it's interesting to see what came up for
Oh, yes.
love child. Numbers 5 and 10. And we know it's about protecting yourself with discernment with your inner child. Um, and it says it knows what's healthy and what's not, when others are helpful and when they're not. And then knowing all that, just wrap that child self in this, she calls it cotton candy, while you explore the world. But in that beautiful innocence, that's what it says to me. When and look at it in a childlike wonder. So I'm getting use those eyes of innocence and the eyes of wonder, as you um, are going out in your preparation mode this week. Um, Maybe with new eyes, seeing it in new ways, but also just like that innocent, like what is it purely, from that deep place within. It, maybe fun, joy, playfulness, but also, our child has such an awareness of what is truth, what is not, what is loving, what is not, and that discernment can be up for you this week. You getting anything else, Arlene, with that?
I just love that card because it's so much what I experienced from Will. He has such a playful side to him, and he has such a purity of child energy. So just keep that with you as well as you're going through this preparation time.
Mm-hmm.
So Sandra says that this encourages her despite health issues. Sandra, if you want additional help, just let us know. You can email me at arlene@transformationaltools.com, and that's true for everybody. We're here to help you with the tools and help you in any way that is right for you.
I will say with Will to play, but in a creative kind of way. He's very creative.
Yeah.
Person, and that's really up for him lately too. So, okay, Sid is next.
All right.
Sid.
Okay, this is a really nice one for what we're in. This is unfolding. And let me get the numbers here. So the numbers, Sid, are 6 and 12. And for some reason, I think that there's a meaning for you about that. This is the part that always comes up for me in unfolding. There is so much more within your crystalline core than you yet know. It is time for your unfolding. One small step at a time is all it takes. I know, Sid, that there are a lot of things that you're dealing with. So what this unfolding can be one small step at a time. Doesn't mean that you have to be overwhelmed, but also remember, if you step into the hologram for this unfolding, you will have so much. And notice there's almost like a gold in the center of this one as well. And you can see the movement in it. So step into that hologram, Sid, and you may be inspired to use that in your art.
Mm-hmm. And your color card is Strength in Brown. And we know that means that Earth is going to be helping you this week. So being able to be outside, and I'm getting that as you're outside, you might be doing an activity or something, but just take moments to just maybe sit near a tree or breathe it in, barefoot, really getting those feet down into the earth and receiving that nourishment of the physical for your body. Just let it come up through the center of the earth and into your legs and up through your body, and nourish that part of your physicality that needs help, that needs support right now. And remember, this is a very supporting card. So it's saying we're available and we're going to help you with building your strength through this earth connection and nurturing. I think that's a wonderful combination.
I do. And the other thing, even though it's summer, I'm getting that if you can eat some of the vegetables that are tubers that are in the earth, that there's something about that will really nourish you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ones that are in the ground. Nightshades. All right, Courtney is next. Courtney. And I have Luminary, right?
Yes.
Ooh. Wow.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Courtney, you have ecstasy. Ecstasy again comes up. It is, of course, the last one. Thank you. Let me get to my page here. It is the number 13. And so I'm getting that you've been through emotional healing lately. And it says the emotion coat of yesterday has been embraced and transformed. So something you've been working on has been in this transformation process. And it's saying this is finishing up. This is honoring the fact that you've been through this, and it is being resolved and it is transformed. So it's now. It says the hoped for magnificence is happening now. Open the floodgates of divine and human passion. And it says bursts forth as a fully resonant song of ecstasy. And what I'm hearing is what it says, the song of ecstasy says, I'm alive, I am present, I am the brightest colors, and they're flowing. Allow your senses to evolve in order to fully experience the world around you and in you. That's what I'm getting.
Well, look at this. This is what goes with it is the lesson in indigo. So what you want to do is to really turn that around. It has a lot to do with trusting. It's like trust that part of you that is intuitive and psychic, because you have abilities to really know things and to go deep. And the more that you get comfortable with that, the more that you will be able to move into that sense of ecstasy. You really need that this week too, because as Leslie is saying, this is the time you've come to a particular time now. Use that intuition and those psychic gifts as you move into a fullness here that you may not have experienced before.
Yeah, there's just something that has been transmuted, and to acknowledge it and say, yes, it has, and take it, take it and trust, for sure. That's really amazing. Okay. John is next.
John is next. Okay, John. Well, I got this one again. So, John, this says to me that you are expanding. You are allowing yourself to be more of who you are. And this is pretty exciting. And it's an opportunity. And the other thing I'm getting is move into gratitude for that. The numbers are 6 and 12. See if that means anything to you. You can look it up online, what those numbers mean. And just notice the center here, John. Look at that. That's a crystal in the center. And if you move into the hologram of this, you're going to find that you also have a crystal in your heart, and then you can merge with this hologram of the crystal in this luminary and the crystal in your heart. And that will help you as you expand, because you really can feel that you are really supported.
Absolutely. And the lesson in gold, it says, what you are learning now will soon become your strength. And I really get that with this. It's as you're expanding, that's what this is saying. I am with you. I am this gold strength. Again, we can look back and see what we were saying about putting the gold around and the silver to help mirror things away that we don't really want. But I'm getting that this gold is really supporting your learning right now. It's saying I'm also a very high energy that can come in and just support this movement in what you're doing in expanding. Because, you know, when we expand, sometimes we get a little nervous, but this is saying, no, I'm right here with you in this expansion, and I am going to completely support what you're doing.
And, you know, you can do in the process of it, you can move yourself into the strength of gold. And there you are. It's where you are willing to change, spiritually strong, and celebrates life. I would really love for you, John, to write that down. Willing to change, spiritually strong, celebrates life. And everybody, this is a really biggie for that right now, is you got to be willing to change in order to expand. And you become more spiritually strong as you go through this trust of life. And then you can, when you celebrate life, it's like there are so many beings that are around you clapping and saying, yes, John, celebrate life.
Beautiful. Okay, Marianne is next.
Okay, Marianne.
You want to go ahead and do hers first?
Oh, I did a color card. I was thinking, okay.
Oh, no, you're right on the color card, but do you want to do the card first?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So, Marianne, this is the lesson in black. You know, so many people think of black as something that is scary, that they don't want to go into. What I found as I was working with the colors is black is all the colors of the pigments here on Earth, and white is all the colors of light. And so with this, you have the possibility of anything that you would desire to bring into your life. The thing is, you can't do it if you go into fear, it just dissolves. So what you want to do is to find out how you can set yourself up so that you feel like you can trust, that you can feel okay to be here right now. What I'm getting is that you have some tools to do that. One of the things that happens is we forget our tools. We get so involved with life, we forget the tools that we have. But you have that inside of you. And if you don't remember them, just get into the rhythm of being able to go into your tools. The other thing is, I would love to see you, Marianne, come to the Journal with Your Knowing Self. And I'm just going to look this up really quickly, which I wish I had done before, but I didn't. If we can get it up here. Yes, it's next Tuesday, the 19th, and it's 6:30 p.m. and it goes for an hour and a half. And if you're on the newsletter, which I think you are, then I will be sending out the information of the time and everything. And what you can do is sign up on the website for the Journal with Your Knowing Self, and then it's just $25. It gives you a lot of information, connection with others in the process, and you can. It's just something that would be so good for you right now.
All right. Well, I got Celebration, which is beautiful, beautiful colors.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the number 16. And there's parts of it that really stood out. This one says, "Hear the trumpets declare of the wonder of the spheres. Join the chorus in joyous celebration. New life bursts forth as the old transforms. You have done your part." And then it says, a question you might ask. How do I express celebration in the midst of seeming chaos? Practice faith by celebrating the world in your mind's eye that is beauty, peace, and all the qualities you've longed for, much as a peacock displaying its vibrant feathers. Know that the blueprint has entered the energetic gateway. The physical confirmation will follow, and you will see what you've longed for. Visualizing these qualities right now quickly brings them in day-to-day reality. So I'm seeing that it says you've done your part. You are in that energy of transformation. It can be a song of joy, and practice that faith this week by visualizing it, all the qualities you've longed for, and watch physical confirmation begin to follow this week. That's what I'm getting.
So we have Jeannie here. Do you have her on the list?
Jeannie?
Yeah.
She just came in. No.
Yeah, I know. I think she was earlier, but maybe not.
I have Mia.
And you got Mia?
Yes.
Okay. So I think.
So we have Sid next, though.
Okay. All right. So I will get a luminary for Sid. Why did I think we did Sid earlier? Or maybe I got confused. Anyway, this is.
Oh, wait, we did do Sid.
We did?
How did I have that twice? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, who are we going to next?
Jeannie is next. Or Mia.
Mia. Okay, here we go, Mia.
All right.
Let's see what's up for Mia.
Redo that one here. Mia.
Oh, Mia. Sweetness. Oh, I love sweetness. So, Mia, this is the one that when you get to feeling like maybe things are going too fast or too many things on your agenda, go to sweetness, because sweetness has that beautiful energy. It's 11 and 33 are the numbers. Look at that beautiful turquoise. In the center is magenta. You've got all that yellow. Sweetness will help you get clarity through the yellow. It will help you look at what's right for you in the turquoise, because that's where you really look at, is this part of my process here? Is this what I'm here to do? And magenta just wants to be around you and hug you. I love that.
So I got two color cards. They both came up at the same time. One is part of the yellow in sweetness. It says claim your empowerment. So this is just saying really tune into the yellow and claim your empowerment to be in sweetness. Be in sweetness. And strength in gold. Willing to change, spiritually strong, and celebrating life. I really see celebrating life standing out in this one. As you're in the sweetness, really getting into that place of seeing that bigger picture, seeing how all the energies that are out there are conspiring with you to bring this sweetness to the world and this love that comes through that.
Let's see, it's a strength in gold, isn't it?
Strength in gold. And now you have them backwards. It's strength in gold and lesson in yellow.
It's because everything is backwards for us here. Okay. And you know, this feels yummy to me, Mia.
Mm-hmm.
And this, along with the sweetness, is yummy.
Extra presents. Winter is here too. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Come in.
So we have
Jeannie.
Okay.
Jeannie. What one is up for you today? Ooh. Okay. So Jeannie, I got presents for you. Vibrations of 8 and 64. Presence breathes and shifts as it's needed. Softly it imprints wisdom within and channels divine mind through those that are willing. And I see you very willing to do that this week. And it's just it's like a heads up, I think, to be aware of how presence is with you on this journey this week and where it speaks to you. That's like synchronicities, things that happen, thoughts, all kinds of things that are going to be coming through. And it's beautiful guidance. Beautiful guidance. That's what I get. So what'd you get for the card?
The lesson in pink.
Oh.
Now, as I feel into the lesson in pink, it's really don't hold your breath. It's like gotta breathe. You gotta let that little kid in you breathe. And as you do that, you're going to feel really supported and wonderful. I just can feel that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with presence being so strong, that'll be.
Yeah, that's a good combination.
Yes, very good combination. Okay, and Winter Ray. You're welcome, Mia.
Okay, what I get is this is the one that's called integrity. And integrity has to do with bringing all the parts of yourself back in alignment. And it's really important, Winter Ray, that to be working with every part of yourself that has not come yet fully into the alignment with who you are. So really put that on your agenda. That's what it gives you, the integrity. Well, integrity means you're whole. It means that you can fully be who you are here in this lifetime. And remember that as you get acquainted with those parts of yourself and you bring them in through the emerald doorway, because that takes them into your center. into who you are as a soul here in form.
So, Winter Ray, this is called Lesson in Brown. And with integrity, I want to just say that that's about bringing these parts home to yourself, to your whole self. And for Lesson in Brown, it says, own your own worth. And as you bring these parts of yourself back to home, wherever that is for you, and you can own your own worth that way. And even as you go about your week, look at places where you may have thought, oh, I just can't do this, or oh, I don't know, I'm not very good at that. Those voices, bring those home to yourself and say, oh, we're going through the Emerald Gateway here, and I'm going to own that I am worthy and I am worth. I have worth and I have something to really contribute to this world as I bring all these elements home. It's not like you didn't before, but it's like these elements that are ready to come home now. Those are important to bring forth at this time for you.
Yes. I so get exactly what you're saying. Yes.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Sandra.
All right. Wow. That was amazing. And we're just 2 minutes over.
We're doing well.
Yes.
Before.
Yeah, cool. All right, my friends, we're so happy that you are here. And Leslie and I just love doing this with you. And we're, the process of this just puts out so much energy to others and to the world. And this is the kind of authenticity we want to bring in here and live from. So thank you for being here to do that. All right. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.